Welcome into Take 5, sitting down with Texas A&M outfielder Terrence Kiel II. Fall ball starting up in a little bit, but TK going to throw 5 topics at you. First one, everyone's thinking about football. Season's about to begin. You were a dual sport stud in your time back in Atlanta, so tell me about TK, the football player.
Yeah, so I started playing football when I started playing baseball, so at the age of like 4, and I played it all the way until, I got to college, and I had multiple offers coming out of high school. I think I got my first offer my sophomore year, and that was the University of South Florida, and I got a couple more like North Carolina, USC, Georgia State, and I got Texas A&M at the end of my junior year, and I think having that A&M offer was pretty special because my dad played football here, and then it's like a full circle moment. But I like to say I was pretty good at football. I wish I could have.
Obviously, I mean,
played.
the offer list. For those that don't know, tell us about positions you play. How would you describe your game on the gridiron? Because we know what kind of player you are on the diamond.
Yeah, I'd say that I describe my game as somebody that always wanted to be in the action. So I always wanted to make the big play. I always wanted to get the touchdown, help my teammates win the game. Mm-hmm. So I played safety. I played wide receiver. I played running back sometimes. And my senior year of high school, I had to play quarterback. And so, I was helping out the team in any way possible.
Well, I've seen you throw. I know you got a little bit of – you obviously have an arm on you.
I could toss it a little bit, yeah.
I mean, do you think you could still, strap it up and go out there and help Mike Elko and the Aggs?
I think I could. I think last year I ran into Elko, and they were shooting a commercial at the baseball field, and I walked by him, and he was like, I know who you are, right? And I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, if you ever need a spot on the team, I got you.
Perfect.
So I think that was pretty cool to just have a conversation with him and kind of meet him in that time.
That's awesome. You mentioned your dad a little bit earlier, so that brings me to topic number 2. You've been at A&M a year now. You're headed into your sophomore season in the baseball program. But what's the coolest thing or coolest things you've heard old Aggs tell you about your dad and his time in Aggieland?
Yeah, I think that they always talked about this one play against Oklahoma when Oklahoma was, I think, the top-ranked team at the time. And he made that big interception late in the game, and I think it helped to win that game. And he tossed the football to the head coach. And so I always watch that video on YouTube, and I always hear from all the donors. And they always like to say that it's crazy that I watched your dad play, and now I'm watching you here play, but you're playing baseball. They always ask, would you ever go back and play football, like in honor of your dad? And I was like, I think I would. But, sticking to baseball right now and just seeing how that goes.
2002, I was 5 years old, and my parents were both Aggies. They brought me to my first A&M football game, and it was that game against top-ranked Oklahoma. So that day, I was like 5 years old. That's kind of when I decided, like, there's nowhere else. I think I'm going to go to Texas A&M when the time comes. So your dad, big reason why I guess both of us are here. A little bit bigger of a reason for one of us than the other, though. I'll say that. Third topic. I don't know. We know baseball's not easy, right? Yeah. But certain aspects of the game, if you're looking at it from the stands or watching on TV, might be, you might have a fan who thinks, oh, that looks easy. Like, oh, why did he swing at that pitch? Stuff like that. What is the toughest thing to do on a baseball field that the viewer, the fan, doesn't realize?
I think the toughest thing to do is probably hit the ball. When you're in the SEC and you're facing pitchers who are throwing 100-plus and they have a good slider and a curveball, you got to have your timing ready. There's a bunch of things that go through your mind when you're hitting. And so whether that's you're in a tough situation or you come up in a big situation where you have to get this run in or you need a hit, I think just hitting the ball, a bunch of people come up to me and they're like, oh, I could probably hit a ball. All right, let's see if you can hit a 100-mile-per-hour fastball with a ride or a slider that moves this much across the plate. People think they can do it, but it's not that easy.
No, we had a Clayton Freshcorn reliever in here in the office probably last week, and one of the other people who, I played baseball at a very low level in high school kind of thing, and one of the people who works here who didn't play baseball is like, 50 at-bats for Freshcorn. How many times are you, Richard Zane, putting the ball in play? The answer is without a doubt 0 times, not even making contact. guys you face inside the program in scrimmages or in live ABs versus guys and other teams that you've faced, who's the most disgusting, most difficult guy to hit that you've faced so far in your college career?
Like on the team or
It could be
just
on the
like
team
indoor?
or an opponent. Anybody
Ooh.
you remember just being truly disgusting.
I'd say Cade Anderson in
Yeah, so-
the SEC tournament when we played LSU. I mean, he went 6 innings, and I think he had 12 strikeouts. He retired, like, our lineup in, like, 2 whole innings, and we're
Yeah.
like, he's a good pitcher. And he went, I think he was a top 5 pick
Yeah.
in the MLB draft. And so Cade Anderson was a really good pitcher, and Liam Doyle.
Oh,
that
yeah.
game we had got no hit, and
Against
I
Tennessee.
mean, those are just 2 of the best pitchers
Yeah.
to come through college baseball that we faced.
What's crazy is y'all played Cade Anderson at home at Bluebell in that doubleheader against LSU, and y'all beat him.
Yeah, we got him.
And he ended up going 3rd overall. So, next topic, 4th topic, TK. Obviously, we know you're kind of pressed for time as a student athlete. So if you're not at the field or in class, what are you doing with your free time?
I'm probably hanging out the house with Bear Harrison and
Oh,
Ben Royo. Those are 2 of my closest friends on the team. And
Okay.
So I'm probably we're just watching MLB and watching NFL games. Like yesterday, we were watching the Steelers and Panthers game. I'm a huge Steelers fan. So they're like, turn this BS off. Like, Steelers suck. And I'm like, nope. Y'all are going to sit here and watch this game with me.
so why the Steelers, and do you think they have a pretty good shot in 24 or 25, sorry?
So the way I became a Steelers fan, I'm a Troy Polamalu fan.
Makes sense.
And so he was my role model growing up watching football. And so I think that's been my team ever since a kid. And, you know, we got a couple new additions with Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf this year. So I'm not going to say we're going to win the Super Bowl because it's real early. The regular season hasn't started yet. But we'll see how that goes.
Are we in or out on Mike Tomlin?
I'm in. I've been all in on Mike Tomlin. It might be time for him to go. But, you know, he keeps the winning season. And we just need to get past the first round of the playoffs because we lose in the first round every year. So that'd be cool to see if we get past the first round.
What's the living situation like with the Bear and Ben? Are you guys neat freaks? Is it a dirty setup? What's the deal? What's the house like?
We keep it clean.
Okay.
I mean, if there's
That's great to
there's
hear.
a little bit of trash laying around, and we're like, you got to get that up right now.
Good
so
to
we like
hear.
to keep our house pretty clean.
Detail oriented. I like that.
Yep.
All right. 5th and final topic for you before we let you run. Best place, favorite place to eat here in Aggieland.
Sushi Maza.
What?
I mean,
Are you a sushi guy?
Yeah. Me, Bear, and Rorio, we went there the other day, and I mean, I keep that place almost every day.
Okay.
I do like Cooper's Barbecue too.
Okay.
That place is pretty good. But
No
between those two, I like.
No shortage of good places to eat here.
Yeah,
that's
no,
for sure.
there's a bunch of really good options to
Uh-huh.
eat here. I mean, you can't go wrong. And so, the food places here in College Station are pretty good.
Well, TK, appreciate you sitting down with us, taking time. He's Terrence Kiel II. Appreciate you for tuning into this edition of Take 5.